Hey everyone, this is Evan from Delta Triggers. Today I want to talk to you about our brand new drop-in systems. So I want to talk about the Delta Defense system in Gen 3 and 4. So you'll have your Gen 3, Gen 4. The reason there is a difference between the two is they use different housings. Okay, so let's take a look at the 3 for demonstration purposes. So this is what you would get. Okay. Okay. This is what would come in the box. Get an Allen key, your complete drop-in kit, which comprises of a modified housing, refined polished connector, refined polished trigger bar, modified shoe. Okay. And then you would get safety plunger. This safety plunger has been highly refined. It has been de-edged and smooth plus polished. Okay. Standard power spring. And then you get a special Allen key to do the adjustments. So I'm going to quickly walk you through how to actually install this in a firearm. So we're going to take a Gen 3, just demonstrate that this is in fact safe. We have no magazine, we have nothing in the chamber, this is perfectly clear. Point in a safe direction, pull the trigger. Okay. So we're going to take this apart real quick. Slide off. I think we'll start with the slide. Okay, so we're going to put the safety plunger in here. So take a little screwdriver. I normally use a Glock tool for everything. You're firstly going to pop off the back. So you've got a little spacer in here on a spring. So what you're going to do is you're going to push this down, release the pressure off the back plate, and slide the back plate off. And you're just going to be careful that this spring doesn't shoot out. It sometimes does, so put your thumb over it. Okay? And I'll just pop out your standard striker. And then what you're going to do is you're going to depress this with your thumb, kind of just wiggle, and then your extractor comes out. You might just have to like pry it out a little bit. Okay. But then there's your safety plunger, your standard one. All right? Very unrefined, like a lot of edges on here. It doesn't look great. Okay, so let's just put that one side. So now you're going to put your new, highly refined, nice polished one in. So firstly you're going to put your extractor back, safety plunger in. Okay, so you just hold it like this, and when you push it down, it sort of captures it. So now it's not going to go anywhere. All right. You're going to put your standard striker assembly in here. This system works much better if you have a Delta striker assembly. Okay, it is highly refined, so the interfaces work better together. It gives you about a increase of 50% in terms of the brake feel, plus about a 0.3 pound reduction in trigger pull. So you're just going to line this up, push this down as well. Just get it out the way. Okay. Do a quick check here. Push this down, and you want to hear that. Okay, so this needs to move beautifully freely. Okay, don't get any grease inside here. Refer to my other video that I have in terms of how to maintain and clean these systems properly. I've got a whole nother video just on that. Okay, so now we're going to come to your low receiver. So according to Armorer's Guide, you sort of pop this one out first, but I found that popping this top spring, this top one out first on a Gen 3 and 4 sometimes works better. So I normally do it that way, okay? So if I pop this top pin out, it sort of takes the pressure off of this. So this just becomes a lot easier to pop out, okay? Then the back one last. Okay, put this one aside. So this is stock, standard connector, nothing special. Put that one aside. Let's take a look at your new trigger. Now, I'm not gonna lubricate this for the purpose of this video. Refer to the other video. So I'm just gonna put it in dry, okay? But this is highly refined. So you now have a set screw at the back. This comes preset, by the way. So this will be preset on one of my firearms. But every frame is different. So you're going to have to dial this in accordance with your frame because the tolerances are different. So if you refer to this manual or this YouTube video, I'm going to show you how to do it. So everything over here is refined. In the shoe itself, you've got another set screw. So this front set screw adjusts your pre-travel, okay, how much play you want, and this back one adjusts your reset. Okay, so this is already preset. I set this so that it's got a fair amount of play still in it for self-defense applications. Okay, but let's just put this in so I can show you. Okay, so just pop it in like so. So first you're going to lubricate it. Refer to the other video. Okay, then you're going to put your locking block in first. Then you're going to put your top pin in. Okay, just line that up. Then you're going to put your slide release. And it just fits underneath there. Okay, just pop it in. Make sure this hole is lined up nicely. You might have to give it a wiggle and then just clear it out with this. Okay, it's in. So now we're going to test it. Okay, that works. Now, let's check the pre-travel. So this gap here is how much further you can take this back before it starts catching on the frame. So I like to have at least a 2 mil gap, and that's how I set it. Because for a self-defense application, you want some play. Okay, it has been reduced a little bit so that it's actually more comfortable on your finger. Second thing that you'll notice is that this tab has been flattened. Okay, so it doesn't have the little bulge on it. It still depresses perfectly, okay, but it doesn't bite your finger anymore. So that's nice and smooth. So if you want to take this out or reduce it, okay, the easiest way to do it is just like this. So you could take the whole thing out again, but you can just sort of slot the Allen key in here. There's already Loctite on it. So if you're going to fiddle with this a lot, I recommend applying more Loctite once you've set it. So if you're going to turn it clockwise, okay, to the right, it's going to reduce the amount of pre-travel, okay, giving you a faster trigger. For self-defense, you don't really want that, okay? You want a little bit of play. If you're going to take it anti-clockwise this way, and just do like a quarter turn at a time, you're going to increase the amount of travel. Okay, but I've already preset this, so I'm happy with this. Okay, now what you're going to do when you receive your trigger to adjust your reset is you're going to rack it, you're going to grab the firearm like this, and you're going to squeeze nice and firmly. That simulates a full magazine in the firearm and everything now compressing together. And then you're going to pull the trigger. If there is any kind of delay in that break and it doesn't feel as crisp as you need it to be, that means it is dialed in a little bit too much, and you want to now dial it out. So you're going to go anti-clockwise. If you want to try and shorten this reset, so what you're going to do, you're going to hold your finger on this racket, and then you're going to let it out. Okay, so that's how quick the reset is. I mean, I've dialed this in a lot because I want zero over travel. I want to give you the quickest reset possible, because having a lot of over travel is just wasted movement. Okay, so we're going to take the slide off. I'm going to pop out your back pin, and all we're going to do is lift this up. Okay, so now I have access to this hole in the back here. So I'm going to use my Allen key, just pop it in like this, and if I want to dial it in a little bit more, I'm going to just do a quarter turn or even an eighth of a turn clockwise if I want to try shorten that reset a little bit. I've already preset these. I don't like it too close for a self-defense gun because of dirt and grime and everything gets in there. I mean, it could hinder the break a little bit, so I like to have like a little bit of wiggle room. And if you now feel that there's a hindrance on this thing, that you're going to put it in like this, and you're going to just do a quarter turn to the left. You're going to now test it again. So you're just going to put this down. Okay, squeeze. Does it break cleanly? Yes, it does. We're good. After, I don't know, 500, maybe more rounds, you periodically you just want to like do that test, make sure that nothing's catching on the trigger. If you're going to do a little adjustment, just put a little dab of blue Loctite or anything on there. This requires a little bit of TLC to keep it in perfect working condition. I mean, the tolerances are a lot tighter now. But that's it. That is the Delta Defense for Gen 3 and Gen 4. Thanks, guys.